The rain hammered against the kitchen window as I stood there, phone pressed to my ear, listening to silence. Not the comfortable silence we used to share, but the cold, calculated kind that preceded war. Are you even listening to me, Marcus? Elena's voice cut through the static, sharp as broken glass. I'm listening, I said quietly, gripping the counter's edge. I've been listening for 3 years. Don't start with your martyr act again. Her tone dripped with contempt. I'm at Rachel's place, and I'll come home when I'm ready. Stop calling me every hour like some paranoid stalker. I closed my eyes, counting to 5 like my therapist taught me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elena, it's 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. You left at 6 this morning for coffee with friends. I've called twice. Once at lunch, once now. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Her voice rose, theatrical as always when she needed an audience. I could hear Rachel's sympathetic murmurs in the background, the perfect supporting actress in Elena's drama. You're tracking my movements, timing everything. You don't control me, Marcus. I'm not your possession. Something inside me shifted. Not broke. Breaking implied it happened suddenly. No, this was more like the final grain of sand that tips the scale, the last thread holding together a frayed rope. You're absolutely right, I said calmly. The silence that followed was different. Uncertain. What? I don't control you. I never have. But I'm done pretending this is a marriage. The words came easier than I expected, smooth like they'd been waiting years to be spoken. So here's what's going to happen. You want independence? You've got it. But understand this, Elena, if you don't come home tonight, don't come home at all. Excuse me. Her voice pitched higher, disbelief evident. You're giving me an ultimatum? After everything Everything you've what? I interrupted, my own voice rising for the first time. Everything you've endured? Everything you've sacrificed? Please, enlighten me, because from where I'm standing, I've watched you systematically dismantle our marriage while painting yourself as the victim. How dare you? I dare because it's true. My reflection in the dark window showed a man I barely recognized, tired, older than his 34 years, but also resolute. You want to know what control looks like? It's not me asking where you are. It's you making me question my sanity every single day. It's the gaslighting, the emotional manipulation, the way you twist every conversation until I'm apologizing for things I didn't do. I can't believe this. She laughed, but it sounded hollow. You're actually serious. Dead serious. I moved to the living room, seeing it with new eyes. The photos on the wall chronicling our 7-year journey, the wedding, the honeymoon in Greece, anniversaries that became progressively less happy. When had her smile stopped reaching her eyes? When had mine? I've asked you to go to counseling. You refused. I've asked you to communicate honestly. You deflect. I've asked you to respect our marriage. You mock the very concept. So what? This is you finally growing a spine. No, I said softly, sitting on the couch we'd picked out together, back when we still meant something. This is me realizing I deserve better. We both do, actually. You clearly don't want to be here. Your actions scream it even when your words say otherwise. And I can't keep loving someone who sees that love as imprisonment. Marcus, you're being ridiculous. I just need space. Then take all the space you need. But take it permanently. My thumb hovered over the end call button. I'm not playing this game anymore. Elena. The one where you push boundaries, disappear for hours or days, make me the villain for caring, then waltz back when it's convenient. I'm done being your safety net while you test how far you can jump. You don't mean this. I've never meant anything more in my life. It's 11:15 now. You have until midnight. After that, I'm changing the locks. You wouldn't. Try me, I said, and ended the call. The apartment fell silent except for the rain and my hammering heart. I looked at my phone, half expecting it to ring immediately. It didn't. I had 45 minutes to decide if I really meant what I'd said. 45 minutes to end or save a marriage. The answer, I realized, had been decided long ago. I set my phone face down on the coffee table and stared at the clock on the wall. 11:17 p.m. 43 minutes until midnight. The second hand swept around in its endless circle, each tick sounding louder than the last. My hands trembled as I stood up. Was I really going to do this? The rational part of my brain catalogued everything that had led to this moment. The late-night work meetings that ended at dawn. The password-protected phone. The way she'd stopped saying I love you and started saying I know when I said it, like I was some lovesick fool. The gradual withdrawal of intimacy, affection, partnership, everything that made a marriage more than just two people sharing an address. But the emotional part, the part that remembered her laugh when we'd stayed up all night talking on our third date, the way she'd cried happy tears when I proposed, the dreams we'd spun together about growing old side by side, that part screamed at me to call her back, to apologize, to smooth things over like I'd done 100 times before. I walked to our bedroom and opened the closet. Elena's side was an explosion of colors and textures, designer dresses, shoes in neat rows, the red coat she'd bought last month with our joint credit card. $1,500 for a coat. When I'd mentioned it seemed expensive, she'd accused me of being financially controlling. Everything was control with her lately, or lack of it. My phone buzzed. A text from Elena, "You're seriously doing this? Over me wanting one night with friends?" I typed back, "It's not about one night. You know that." 37 minutes. 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Finally, "Rachel says you're being abusive." I laughed, a bitter sound that echoed in the empty bedroom. Of course Rachel would say that. Rachel, who'd been divorced twice by 30, who treated relationships like disposable entertainment, who'd been whispering poison in Elena's ear for months. Rachel isn't in this marriage. 35 minutes. My phone rang. Elena's mother. I declined the call. She'd never liked me, always thought Elena had married beneath her station. My phone buzzed again, a voicemail notification. I deleted it without listening. I needed to think clearly, and Elena had already deployed her flying monkeys to make that impossible. It was a pattern I'd finally recognized. Create chaos, recruit allies, overwhelm with emotional attacks until I surrendered. Every single time. But not tonight. I went to the kitchen and made coffee, my hands steadier now. The normalcy of the ritual, grind the beans, boil the water, pour slowly in circles, centered me. I'd read somewhere that people make their best decisions in calm states, not heated ones. Was I calm? No. But I was determined. My phone buzzed continuously now. Texts from Elena, from Rachel, from Elena's mother, even from her brother Daniel. I glanced at Daniel's. Man, what's going on? Mom's freaking out. Daniel was decent. Actually. I typed back, "Ask your sister why she's at Rachel's on a Tuesday night instead of home with her husband. Ask her why she can't answer a simple question without starting World War III. His response came quickly. "Fair. She's been different lately. You guys in counseling?" She won't go. 28 minutes. Damn. That's rough. Listen, whatever happens, you're a good guy. Always thought so. That simple validation from someone in Elena's family almost broke me. I typed thanks and set the phone down before I could get emotional. The coffee was strong and bitter, matching my mood. I took it to the living room and pulled out the folder I'd hidden behind my college textbooks, the one I'd hoped I'd never need. Inside, printouts of our bank statements showing her excessive spending. Screenshots of her social media check-ins at places she'd claimed not to be. The credit card bill with charges from a hotel downtown on a night she'd said she was at a work conference in Chicago. The receipt from a jewelry store for a men's watch I'd never received, purchased on Valentine's Day. I wasn't naive. I'd known something was wrong for months. But knowing and confronting are different things. Confrontation meant the end, and I'd loved her enough to stay in denial. Past tense. Loved. When had it shifted? My phone rang again. Elena, not calling from her phone but from Rachel's. a tactic to make me think it might be important. I answered, "Marcus, please." Her voice was softer now, vulnerable. The tone she used when manipulation through anger didn't work. "Let's talk about this like adults. I'll come home tomorrow and we'll discuss everything." Tomorrow isn't an option. Tonight, before midnight, or not at all. That's insane. I'm not going to be bullied. Then don't come. I was surprised by how steady my voice was. "Elena, do you actually want to be married to me?" Silence. "Do you?" I pressed. "Because wanting space occasionally is normal. But you don't want space. You want freedom from commitment while keeping the benefits. You want a husband when it's convenient and independence when it's not. That's not fair. Answer the question. Do you want to be married to me?" More silence. Then, quietly, "I don't know." There it was. The truth that had been hovering between us for months, maybe years. "Then we both know what needs to happen," I said gently. 15 minutes. Elena. Decide. I hung up and finished my coffee. The clock ticked toward midnight. At 11:51 p.m., I heard a key turning in the lock. I'd been sitting in the dark living room, the only light coming from the street lamp outside filtering through the curtains. Part of me had expected her to come. Elena never could resist a challenge to her control, and my ultimatum was the ultimate challenge. The door opened and she stood there, backlit by the hallway light, her silhouette familiar yet somehow foreign. She wasn't alone. Rachel hovered behind her, phone raised, recording, no doubt, ready to capture evidence of my abuse for social media. "Really?" I said to Rachel. "This is between me and my wife." "I'm here for support," Rachel said, her voice dripping with false concern. "Elena was afraid of how you might react." I laughed, genuinely amused despite everything. "Afraid of me? Elena, tell your friend the truth. In 7 years, have I ever once raised a hand to you? Raised my voice, even, before tonight?" Elena had the decency to look uncomfortable. "Put the phone away, Rachel." "But..." I said put it away. Elena stepped inside, and for a moment, she looked like the woman I'd married. Tired, conflicted, human. Then her mask slipped back into place. "Fine. I'm here. Before midnight. Now what?" I stood up slowly, my joints stiff from sitting still for so long. "Now you tell me the truth. All of it. I don't know what you're..." "The hotel charges. The watch. The lies about where you've been." I walked to the window, unable to look at her. "I'm not stupid, Elena. I've just been hoping I was wrong." The silence stretched so long I thought she might not answer. Then, "His name is Derek." My chest tightened, even though I'd known. Knowing theoretically and hearing it confirmed are different continents of pain. "How long? Does it matter?" I turned to face her. "Yes." She sighed, dropping her purse on the floor, a tell she'd had since I'd known her, a sign of surrender. 6 months. Maybe 7. 7 months. I thought back, trying to pinpoint when everything shifted. Our anniversary dinner in April, where she'd been on her phone the entire time. That was 8 months ago. Is it serious? I don't know. She actually looked confused, like she hadn't thought that far ahead. It started as just, "He made me feel alive again, Marcus. When I'm with you, I feel like I'm suffocating." "So you cheated instead of talking to me? Instead of going to counseling? Instead of doing literally anything to fix our marriage?" My voice rose despite my best efforts. "You took the coward's way out and made me the villain for caring. You don't understand the pressure." "What pressure, Elena?" I stepped closer, and she actually flinched. I stopped immediately, appalled that she'd think I might hurt her. "What pressure? I work 50 hours a week to support us while you pursue your photography career. I do half the housework. I've asked repeatedly what you need from me, and you say nothing while clearly needing everything I'm not giving. You're suffocating." she shouted suddenly, tears streaming down her face. Every day it's how was your day and what do you want for dinner and should we plan a vacation? You're always trying to make things perfect, and it's exhausting. I stared at her, genuinely baffled. I'm suffocating you by caring about your day, making dinner, planning vacations. You're making me the bad guy for wanting independence. No, I said quietly. I'm making you accountable for having an affair. There's a difference. Rachel cleared her throat from the doorway. Maybe you should listen to what Elena's trying to say about her needs. Get out, I said without looking at her. Excuse me. This is my home. You're not welcome here. Get out. Elena. Rachel looked to her friend. Elena hesitated, then nodded. I'll call you later. After Rachel left, the apartment felt even smaller. Elena and I stood 10 feet apart, the distance between us far greater than the physical space suggested. So what now? She asked. You got your confession. You proved you were right. Congratulations. That's what you think this is about? Being right? I shook my head, suddenly exhausted. Elena, I gave you an ultimatum tonight because I needed to know if you still wanted to fight for us. Not for me, for us. The marriage, the partnership, the life we built. And if I don't? Her chin lifted defiantly. What if I want the divorce? The question hung in the air. I'd thought hearing her say it would destroy me. Instead, I felt something unexpected, relief. Then we get divorced, I said simply. But I need to know. Right now. No more limbo, no more maybe. No more keeping me as your backup plan while you explore options. Decide. Elena. Him or me. Freedom or marriage. Choose. She wrapped her arms around herself, looking smaller than I'd ever seen her. Why are you making this so hard? Because marriage is supposed to be hard sometimes. My voice cracked. Fighting for each other is supposed to be hard. What's easy is walking away. What's easy is cheating when things get difficult. What's easy is blaming your partner for every unhappiness instead of taking responsibility. I never wanted to hurt you. But you did. Repeatedly. Consciously. I moved to the couch and sat down, suddenly unable to stand. And the worst part isn't even the affair, Elena. It's that you turned me into the villain. You made me doubt myself, question if I was controlling or suffocating or paranoid. You gaslit me for months while sleeping with another man. She was crying now, but I couldn't tell if it was genuine remorse or self-pity. With Elena, the lines had always been blurred. I'm sorry, she whispered. Are you? Or are you sorry you got caught? She didn't answer, which was answer enough. I looked at the clock. 12:07 a.m. 7 minutes past my deadline. It's after midnight, I said quietly. I came home. I'm here. But you don't want to be. I met her eyes. Tell me the truth. Right now. Do you love me? Marcus. Yes or no? Do you love me? I love the idea of you, she said finally. I love the security, the stability. I love that you're good and kind and patient. But I'm not in love with you anymore. Maybe I haven't been for a long time. There it was. The truth I'd been avoiding, laid bare at last. Thank you, I said, and meant it. For finally being honest. What happens now? I stood up, feeling older but also lighter, like I'd set down a weight I'd been carrying for years. Now you pack a bag. Tomorrow we call lawyers. We figure out the logistics like adults. But tonight, you leave. Where am I supposed to go? Rachel's. Derek's. I don't care. I walked to the bedroom, pulled out a suitcase, and handed it to her. But you're not staying here. Not anymore. She took the suitcase, her hands shaking. For a moment, I thought she might fight, might argue, might try one more manipulation. Instead, she just nodded. As she packed, I watched the life we'd built together being dismantled one item at a time. I didn't sleep. How could I? The empty space beside me in bed felt cavernous, but not in the way I'd expected. Instead of grief, I felt something closer to peace, the peace that comes after finally ending something that should have ended long ago. At 6 a.m., I gave up pretending and made coffee. Strong, black, the way I actually liked it before Elena complained it was too bitter. How many small pieces of myself had I surrendered over the years? How many preferences, opinions, desires had I minimized to keep the peace? My phone had 17 missed calls and 43 text messages. I scrolled through them while the coffee brewed. Elena's mother, how dare you throw my daughter out in the middle of the night? I'm calling my lawyer. Rachel, abuser. That's what you are. Everyone will know what you did. Elena's brother Daniel, Mom told me what happened. Other side of the story. And 3 texts from Elena herself, sent at 2:47 a.m, I'm at Derek's. Bet that makes you happy. Then, you destroyed our marriage with your controlling bullshit. Finally, I hope you're satisfied. I deleted them all except Daniel's. To him, I replied, she admitted to a 7-month affair. I asked her to choose. She chose him. That's the other side. His response came within minutes. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, man. Mom doesn't know about the affair, does she? Not from me. Elena's spinning this as you throwing her out over nothing. You should defend yourself. The truth will come out eventually. I'm not going to fight dirty. You're a better man than me. I poured my coffee and opened my laptop. The paralegal I'd consulted 3 months ago, back when I'd first found the hotel charges, had sent me a draft petition for divorce. I'd hoped I'd never need it. But I'd also known, somewhere deep down, that hope wasn't enough. The words on the screen blurred as I tried to read. Irreconcilable differences. Division of assets. Spousal support. The legal language reduced 7 years of marriage to transactional terms. My phone rang. A number I didn't recognize. Against my better judgment, I answered. Marcus. A male voice. Tentative. Who is this? It's Derek. A pause. Elena's. I'm Elena's. I know who you are. My voice was ice. What do you want? To apologize. Elena told me you two were separated, that you were just roommates at this point. I swear, if I'd known. You'd have what? Not slept with a married woman. I laughed bitterly. Do you actually believe that she only lied to you? That you're special? Silence on the other end. Let me tell you something about Elena, I continued, surprised by how calm I felt. She's an expert at rewriting history. Right now, I'm the controlling villain in her story. In a few months, you'll be something else. Maybe the rebound who didn't understand her, maybe the mistake she made while vulnerable. She needs someone to blame for her unhappiness because the alternative is taking responsibility. That's not. She's different with me. That's what I thought too, 7 years ago. I set down my coffee cup, my hand surprisingly steady. Do you love her? Yes. I think I do. Then I genuinely hope you're right about her being different. I hope she doesn't make you feel crazy for asking where she is. I hope she doesn't spend money you don't have on things she doesn't need. I hope she doesn't tell all your friends you're controlling when you're just trying to understand what's happening to your relationship. My voice caught. I hope you get the version of her I fell in love with, not the version I divorced. Marcus. We're done here. I hung up. The shaking started then. My hands, then my arms, then my whole body. I set down my phone before I could drop it and let the tremors run their course. Shock, probably, or delayed grief, or the physical manifestation of 7 years of tension finally releasing. When it passed, I showered, dressed in my best suit, and called my boss. Marcus. It's early. Everything okay? I need to take a personal day. Family emergency. Of course. Take care of yourself. Professional. Courteous. Normal. The world kept spinning even as mine tilted off its axis. At 9 a.m., I met with Janet Fisher, the divorce attorney the paralegal had recommended. Her office was all dark wood and leather furniture, designed to convey gravitas. She was 50-something, with grey hair cut in a precise bob and eyes that missed nothing. "Mr. Chen, thank you for coming in." She gestured to a chair. "I've reviewed the preliminary documents. Before we proceed, I need to ask, is there any chance of reconciliation?" "No." She nodded approvingly. "Good. Clarity is important. Now, you mentioned infidelity in your initial consultation. Do you have proof?" I handed her the folder, bank statements, receipts, screenshots. She reviewed them with clinical detachment. "This is excellent documentation. In our state, while we have no-fault divorce, evidence of adultery can impact spousal support and division of assets." She looked up. "How do you want to proceed?" "I want it fair but final. I don't want to punish her, but I also won't be taken advantage of." "The house." "She can have it. I want a clean break." "Mr. Chen, that house has significant equity. You'd be entitled to half." "I know, but I bought it for our future together. Without that future..." I shrugged. "It's just a building. Admirable, if financially inadvisable." She made notes. "What about debt?" "We'll split it evenly." "Including the credit card debt she incurred." I hesitated. The $1,500 coat. The jewelry for Derek. Charges at expensive restaurants I'd never been to. "Yes," I said finally. "I want this over, not prolonged by fighting over every dollar." Janet studied me over her reading glasses. "You're either very mature or very eager to move on. Maybe both." "I'm tired," I admitted. "I've been fighting for this marriage alone for years. I don't have any fight left." "Then we'll make it as painless as possible." She stood, extending her hand. "I'll file the petition today. Your wife will be served within the week. After that, if she's amenable, we can have this finalized in as little as 60 days. 60 days. 2 months. 7 years reduced to 8 weeks of paperwork. I shook her hand and left, stepping out into a bright October morning that felt surreal in its normalcy. People rushed to work, bought coffee, lived their lives. No one knew that mine had just irreversibly changed. My phone buzzed. "Elena, we need to talk about the house." I typed back, "I'm keeping the furniture I brought into the marriage. You can have the rest." "That's not fair. I decorated everything. With our joint money. While having an affair. I'm being more than fair." 3 dots appeared and disappeared several times. Finally, "I never wanted it to be like this." "Then you shouldn't have slept with Derek for 7 months." No response. I walked to the park where Elena and I used to jog together, before she decided mornings were better spent alone. I sat on our bench, though I supposed it was just a bench now, and watched joggers pass by. A woman about my age ran past, then circled back. Marcus Chen." I looked up, trying to place her. "Do I know you?" "Probably not. I'm Amy. I work with Elena at the photography studio." She hesitated, then sat down. "I heard what happened. I'm sorry." "How did you?" "Elena called everyone this morning. Said you threw her out over nothing." Amy looked uncomfortable. "But I've seen how she treats you at work events. And I've seen her with Derek." My stomach dropped. Everyone at her work knew. Not everyone. But some of us suspected. She met my eyes. "For what it's worth, you deserve better. Elena's talented, but she's also..." Amy trailed off. "It's okay. You can say it." "Selfish. She's selfish." Amy stood. "I just wanted you to know that not everyone believes her version of events. Some of us see the truth." She jogged away before I could respond. I sat there until noon, watching clouds drift across an impossibly blue sky, and felt the first real stirrings of something beyond grief. It might have been hope. 3 months later, The divorce was final. The judge had been efficient, almost bored, as she dissolved our marriage in less than 15 minutes. Elena sat on the opposite side of the courtroom with her lawyer, not next to Derek, I noticed. When our eyes met, she looked away quickly. Afterward, in the hallway, she approached me while our lawyers finalized paperwork. "Marcus, wait." I turned, surprised. We'd communicated only through attorneys since that night. She looked different. Thinner. Tired. Her hair was shorter, cut in a style that didn't suit her. I wanted to say, "I'm sorry. For everything." "Okay. That's it. Just okay." I considered her question. 3 months ago, I would have wanted more, an explanation, a full accounting of every lie, perhaps even a grand gesture of remorse. Now, I just wanted to leave. "What do you want me to say, Elena?" "That I forgive you." "I do, actually. Not for you, for me. Because holding on to anger was making me someone I didn't recognize." I shifted my briefcase to my other hand. "But forgiveness doesn't mean I want you in my life." "Derek and I broke up," she said suddenly. "A month ago." "I'm sorry to hear that." "Are you really?" Her voice held an edge of her old combativeness. "Yes. I never wanted you to be unhappy, Elena. I just didn't want to be the scapegoat for your unhappiness anymore." She blinked rapidly, fighting tears. "I made a mistake. With him, with us, with everything. I've been in therapy, working on myself. My therapist says I have attachment issues stemming from my childhood." "Elena, stop." I held up a hand gently. "I'm glad you're getting help. Genuinely. But I can't be part of your healing process. You need to do that work for yourself, not to win me back." "So that's it. 7 years, and you can just walk away." "I'm not the one who walked away. I'm just the one who finally stopped chasing." I checked my watch, a new one, bought for myself. "I have to go. I'm meeting someone." "A date?" She looked stricken. "A real estate agent. I'm buying a condo downtown." "Oh." She seemed disappointed that I wasn't already replacing her, that I was simply moving on. "Goodbye, Elena. I hope you find what you're looking for." I walked away, and this time, she didn't follow. The condo was small, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, a 10th floor view of the city. Perfect. "It needs work," the real estate agent, Patricia, said apologetically. "The previous owner let things slide. But the bones are good." I walked to the window and looked out at the skyline. The sun was setting, painting everything gold and pink. In the reflection, I could see myself, still tired, still processing, but no longer haunted. "I'll take it," I said. "Don't you want to see the rest? The inspection report?" "I've seen enough. Sometimes you just know." Patricia smiled. "My ex-husband used to say the same thing about cars. Drove me crazy, but he was usually right." She pulled out paperwork. "If you're sure, let's make this official." As I signed the purchase agreement, my phone buzzed. "Daniel, coffee this week? Want to hear about the new job?" Elena's brother had stayed in touch, one of the few good things salvaged from the wreckage. We'd formed an unlikely friendship, bonded by our shared experience of Elena's chaos from different perspectives. I typed back, "Tuesday? That new place on 5th. Perfect. And Marcus. Proud of you, man." I didn't ask what for. I knew. For surviving. For rebuilding. For refusing to let bitterness define me. 6 months after that, I hosted my first dinner party in my new place. Nothing fancy, just a few co-workers, Daniel and his girlfriend, and Amy from Elena's old studio. We'd gotten coffee a few times, just as friends. She was easy to talk to, with a directness I appreciated. "This place looks great," she said, examining the paintings I'd hung. "Did you do these?" "No, but I'm taking a class. Painting, actually. Turns out I'm terrible at it, but I enjoy it." "When did you start?" "About a month ago." Someone told me I should find hobbies that were just mine, not connected to anyone else. My therapist had actually said it, but I kept that private. Daniel raised his beer. A toast to new beginnings, smaller living spaces, and learning to paint badly. Everyone laughed and drank. Later, after everyone left, I stood on my balcony watching the city lights. My phone buzzed, a text from an unknown number. Against my better judgment, I opened it. I saw your social media. You look happy. I'm glad. And I'm sorry. Really, truly sorry. I stared at the message for a long moment, then deleted it without responding. Some conversations were finished. Some apologies came too late to matter. Some chapters closed not with dramatic finality but with quiet acceptance. I'd spent so long trying to fix something that was broken, trying to be enough for someone who would never be satisfied, trying to save a marriage I'd been fighting for alone. The night I'd given Elena that ultimatum, I'd thought I was losing everything. Instead, I'd found myself. My phone buzzed again. Amy, thanks for tonight. Your apartment has good energy. You should be proud. I smiled and typed back, thanks for coming. Same time next month. It's a date. Well, not a date. Unless. I laughed out loud, the sound surprising me with its genuineness. Let's start with dinner, I typed. Actual dinner. Just us. Friday. Friday works. I set down my phone and breathed in the cool night air. Somewhere in this city, Elena was living her life. I hoped she'd found peace. I hoped she'd learned from our mistakes. I hoped she'd become the person she'd always claimed to be. But mostly, I didn't think about her at all. The past 3 months had taught me something valuable. You can't control other people, only your response to them. You can't make someone love you, appreciate you, or choose you. You can only choose yourself. That night, standing on my balcony in my own space, surrounded by my own choices, free from the chaos of someone else's unresolved issues, that night, I chose myself. And for the first time in years, it felt like the right choice. The city stretched out before me, full of possibility and new beginnings. Tomorrow, I'd wake up in my own bed, in my own place, living my own life. No one to question, placate, or walk on eggshells around. Just me, choosing forward motion over backwards longing. The thought didn't make me sad or lonely or regretful. It made me free. And freedom, I was learning, looked a lot like happiness.